Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing okay, because I know things may have been a little bit rough lately, and I actually will get into that a little bit before we begin this reading. But first off, let me say that this reading is for divine soulmates or twin flames who are involved in situations where there is a third party or a karmic partner or situation involved. All right, now it's funny because I always know when something big is happening in the collective when a whole bunch of you email me and request a reading like all at the same time with a lot of things happening, right? So that's one way. And of course, I also pick up on it as well. So this is one of those times for a lot of you. It might not be for all of you, okay? But I do feel like I tend to tap into a group of you, or actually attract a group of you who are kind of going through similar things. All right, so if you've written into me and there are some really, difficult things that are happening at the moment, know that you are not alone, all right? Yeah, so here's what I have picked up on. Here's what is going on. So for a lot of you, your divine masculines are doing things which are causing you to believe that union is never going to happen, that that's it, it's just done, like this is just impossible. All right, now this is actually divinely orchestrated. Now, I know there are situations where there might be negative entities intervening and making you feel that, but for the particular group that I am talking about, it is divinely orchestrated and there is a reason for it, all right? And I'm about to try to explain what that reason is as best as I can. So, you are being led to believe that because this is what is going to help you to tweak out those details and like residual, whatever is left over when it comes to feeling okay with the idea that union might never happen. Like you have to go through that. You have to, you're being guided to actually get to that point where you're going to feel so good about your own self and so confident and have so much self-love that it's not going to affect you as negatively when you believe that union is never going to happen. Now, for some of you, this is like a final stage where you're tweaking out those last details. You're being triggered a little bit just when you thought it was that you were there, and then things happen and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm being triggered again. So you're tweaking those things out as a last stage before coming into that union with your own self, being okay with that. And then your masculine is also following through, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like what I thought was happening, well, it had a twist, and now my masculine is actually, balanced and we're coming into union. For another group of you, there might be a delay, all right, with your masculines. And I'm not going to exclude the possibility that there might be some masculines who are still struggling a lot, and it's just not written in stone whether they will or not be able to get to that point. I can't say that. I don't know, all right, to be honest with you. But here's what the message I have gotten. How do you know which group you're in? The answer is it doesn't matter. All right, and there's a reason for that as well, because even if you're in the group where if you were to know that you were in the group where it's the final stage and union is coming, well then how do you know that you're completely okay with the fact that it might not happen? Do you see what I'm saying? So either way, you have to go through really believing that it's not going to happen and being okay with that. And actually what happens is that once you get to that point, you won't even care what group you're in because you're so okay with it. Now, does that mean that you don't wish that things could have been different? No, of course you wish that things could have been different. Of course you wish that this person, had the strength to do what they need to do, you know, to step up their game. I mean, if you are divine soulmates or if you are twin flames, of course there's always going to be that magnetism, and your soul, you know, wants to be in union with their soul, but in the right way. That's a different thing. What I'm saying is that you will be okay regardless once you're at that point, and then you won't even really care that much what group you fall under. And it would actually defeat the purpose if you even knew. Okay? So whatever it is that's going on in your situation, if you feel like this is true for you, take that as guidance, all right, from the universe, from your higher self, from your spirit team, from your divine masculine's higher self, to actually work through it and get to that point where you will be balanced out. And I promise you, you can do that, okay, if you're feeling like you can't. And obviously there's going to be some of you who feel like you're already there, and that's fine too. That's completely fine. It doesn't mean that the rest of this video or that the reading won't resonate for you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I feel like this is going to stand true for a lot of you who watch my videos. So I just wanted to share that with you so that you do know what's going on here. All right, so I think that's about it. And yes, it is hard. It is hard. If you are resonating with what I just said, it is hard. Okay, so, and some of you this might actually be happening and you're not really fazed by it, because you're already at that point. Does that mean that someone else who isn't at that point is a step back? No, not necessarily. All right, just because you're at that point, maybe you have other things to work on. All right, you have other challenges in your life, but you're just not fazed by your divine masculine doing whatever it is that they're doing, or whatever the situation is. It might not even be your divine masculine in particular doing this. Whatever it is that's causing you to feel like it's not going to happen, it's not phasing you. It just doesn't mean that somebody is more ahead than somebody else. All right. So just wanted to make sure that was clear. All right, I think that's it. Let's get on with the reading and see what is going on. Okay, so let's start the reading. We're going to start by getting some oracle cards as usual. We're going to start by looking into the masculine's energy in general, as well as their energy towards their karmic partner and their feminine. We will also look at the divine feminine's energy and then what is coming up in the near future. So let's see what is going on with the masculines currently. And we have Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. So this is what I'm talking about, that they are being guided, all right? Things might not be exactly as they seem. Certain things that are happening, they're being guided to do them because that is how they're going to clear away the obstacles, all right? Your connection is protected regardless of what you think might be going on, all right? So let's get a few more. What else? All right, we have shadow work, inner child, and solitude. So a lot of what is going on right now is what is going to bring up their childhood wounds in order for them to do their shadow work and actually work on themselves. And during this process, yeah, it might feel like they are pulling away. It might feel like you are alone, and it's going to feel like they are alone. You're going to feel that distance between the two of you. All right. So, but like I said, this is all working for a higher purpose. All right. So let's get into the tarot and take a look at the specifics. All right, so let's see the masculine's energy towards their karmic partner or situation. We have the Three of Swords. We have, I'm only going to be taking upright, the Five of Cups. The Lover's also flipped out here. And the King of Swords. So there's a lot of pain that they're dealing with at the moment when it comes to the connection with the karmic partner. There's this energy of feeling a lot of guilt, feeling a lot of regret concerning this connection, concerning the fact that they're even in this connection. And when it comes to having to make a decision, they're thinking a lot about this separation. I feel like it's in the air, like it's kind of like hovering above them. But at the same time, it's causing them to have a lot of fear and a lot of guilt when it comes to the connection with the karmic. And for each of them, it's going to be for a different reason. There are different things involved. But whatever the case is, they're thinking about it. And I feel like what's going on here is that they're actually thinking about it in a more mature way than they have been in the past. Okay? So let's see more specifically what's going on in their headspace. The Chariot, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. So it's like what they're thinking is that, yeah, they would want to make a change here. They would want to have some kind of movement. They want to take some kind of action when it comes to the karmic partner that is going to lead them to their happiness. It's kind of like they're becoming aware of the fact that this connection is bringing them pain overall in general. Yeah, they might regret things, they might feel guilty, but ultimately it's causing them this pain. The Three of Swords was their first card out. All right, ending this row with the King of Swords, really thinking about that and really trying to make a decision when it comes to this connection. And it's kind of like trying to balance out those feelings of remorse and those feelings of guilt and what has happened in the past to how can I move towards a happier and more fulfilling future here. So we are going to clarify and get a little bit more details into this, but let me just get what is going on with them emotionally. I feel like that wanted to flip out. We have the Four of Cups. So that's nothing new, right? The Four of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So it's like emotionally, yeah, emotionally they're feeling a little bit, what's the word? Like expressionless is what's coming through. Like just like a blank. All right, like this connection for them emotionally, it's very indifferent when it comes to their happiness. It doesn't really give them anything. It's neither hot nor cold. Yeah, it might be painful in some way, but as a connection, it's neither hot nor cold. And this, emotionally, it's giving them, they're beginning to have this drive towards becoming more assertive when it comes to pursuing their happiness. And here this Page of Wands is right under the Queen of Pentacles, which is the karmic partner. They want to take those first steps towards doing something to get away from this Four of Cups energy. All right, let's see. Let's clarify the King of Swords. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, so This connection with the karmic partner has really worn them out. There it is. There she is again, the Queen of Pentacles. This has really worn them out a lot. Even the back and forth and the trying to make a decision and having tried to make a decision in the past and then not really acting on it, all of it, all right? This connection in general, the pain of it, the guilt, the regret, the overthinking, all of it has gotten them to this point where they're just feeling burdened by the karmic partner, okay? Or the situation, or the third party, however you wanna label it, okay? It's like they're really ready to put this to rest. But it does feel like something's happening which is causing them to really face their shadows here and really have to face their inner self, as I said in the beginning. Let's see the Chariot. The King of Pentacles. Get one more. The Two of Swords. So here's that, this is the back and forth energy, right? It's like the energy pushing them to take action is very, very strong, and then their mind just kind of gets in the way. Because what holds them back, I feel like this is their block here, is the fact that they have this commitment and there's something that they either feel they have a responsibility towards, or they feel, some of them have children, right? This could be the father figure. Either way, they feel some sort of a commitment, sense of responsibility, an investment, something, which is what keeps them from being able to take that action. It's completely in their headspace. Let's actually clarify the Queen of Pentacles. So in these collective readings, I don't actually look at the karmic partner's energy, but in personal readings, for the extended personal readings, we do look into both of their energies, all right? And I also do, on occasion, some collective readings where it's just for the relationship between the Divine Masculine and their partner. Let's see the Queen of Pentacles here. All right, the Nine of Cups. And the King of Cups. So, for a lot of them, it's their comfort zone. A lot of them feel comfortable here. There's a sense of convenience, and by staying with the karmic partner, so this is the other side pulling them the other way, right, to stay, which is their headspace, again, not their emotions. It gives them this false sense of being emotionally balanced. Why? Because if they were to take action, it's going to cause them that pain. It's going to cause that pain to intensify. Let's see the Sun. The Nine of Swords. So here it is. I mean, this and the Three of Pentacles. So the main message here is really that the block is in their headspace, all right, which is this row. It's their way of thinking or overthinking, overanalyzing that is keeping them from taking that action towards their happiness. Thinking about that, again, a sense of responsibility, a sense of, you know, I had an agreement, I have to go through with this, there's something I need to do here, there's an obligation, something. However, that is causing them a lot of stress as well. The fact that they even have these thoughts. So they're going through a really hard time here because This is really coming up into their awareness, and with the sun being here, I'm seeing this a lot as them actually becoming aware of the way that they are thinking, of the fact that they have been in this Two of Swords energy, being stagnant, not making a decision based on the fact that something here was just comfortable in a sense, or convenient, giving them that false sense of emotional stability when actually they're in this Four of Cups energy of being unhappy and being depressed. This is the shadow that is coming up. This is the shadow that they are facing at the moment, and it's causing them to feel really alone, even within this connection. All right, let's clarify that Four of Cups. The Ace of Swords, they're having clarity over their unhappiness and over their depression here in this connection. All right, let's see the Page of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. And the Empress. Okay, so this is a specific message for some of you if there are children involved, all right? If there are children involved, they're playing a very big role in the emotional state of your masculine, right? Because this is also right under the Queen of Pentacles here, which is representing the karmic partner, and then we also have the Empress here representing a mother and two pages. So I'm seeing this as, yeah, and then the Queen of Wands right next to the Page of Wands. Definitely family type of a situation here for some of you, all right? So for those of you where your masculines have families, emotionally, this is a lot of what is causing that pain when it comes to leaving. So I know this probably isn't anything new, but this is a general reading. So this is what is coming through here. But what I'm getting also is that even though a lot of them are staying because of the children and because that is the sense of obligation that they feel, they're realizing that they're still not happy though, that they're still feeling very dissatisfied regardless. Let's see the Queen of Wands. Temperance. The Devil and the Ten of Cups. And the Six of Cups. Alright, so I feel like it's the same message coming through here about this illusion, right, of emotional stability. Again, here we have this illusion of the happy family when actually it's toxic, okay? Even for the children, if there are children involved. If there aren't children involved, then this is just even just the connection with the karmic partner or the past. When it comes to the past, the attachment, when it comes to the past of this relationship and how it has appeared at some point to be what they wanted. It appeared to be something that was going to be fulfilling, but actually it's toxic. Okay, but here's the thing. This is what is coming into balance. This is what is healing. This is what they are now, emotionally at least, able to really become assertive when it comes to their emotions, take control over them, heal these emotions, and so therefore they can see and understand that this is what has been going on for them emotionally. Okay, with that Ace of Swords coming through here and the Sun also in their headspace, they are becoming aware of these emotions and how everything just kind of falls into place. It's kind of like their thoughts and their emotions are all kind of clearing up becoming clear and organized. And this is how they're clearing away those obstacles. So illusions are really being destroyed right now. Because a lot of the obstacles for the masculines in these situations were illusions that were based in fear. All right. Let's take a look at the masculine's energy towards their divine feminines. Page of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and Justice. So they are in that process of learning how to make things right. They're in that process of getting on track. Like I said, this organization of their thoughts and emotions, really putting them into perspective, really understanding what is going on here and what has been going on here with the karmic partner, why it is that they have not been moving, even though they're actually unhappy under that illusion of, I don't even want to say happiness. It's like an illusion of convenience, an illusion of, you know, maybe things can work out, an illusion of emotional stability, an illusion of keeping things level and calm, and the illusion of avoiding pain when actually they are in pain by staying there, okay? That realization is helping them, and that organization of their thoughts and feelings is what is helping them to get on track. At the same time, when it comes to organizing their thoughts and feelings concerning the divine feminine, okay? So these two are like, they're working in parallel. It's like the same process is occurring in their connection for their karmic partner situation, and it's the same process underlying the mechanism of working through their thoughts and emotions concerning their divine feminine, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Let's see what's going on in their headspace. All right, we have the Devil, the Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, in their headspace, again, it's the headspace that seems to have all the obstacles, but it's like they're balancing out the fear that they had when it comes to their divine feminine. All right, it's like their thinking causes them to have fear because they might be overthinking certain things. There's certain things that trigger them from their divine feminines, and that causes that fear. But that is being balanced out because they know that regardless of that, they're still holding on to you. They're aware of this. They're aware of the fact that they cannot release you even if they have tried. And for most of them, they have tried. For some of them, yeah, their thinking is still a little bit off balance. And that's why I'm saying this is what they're working towards. This is what is happening, because it's not balanced just yet, but it's in the process of becoming more balanced. And not only that, they know that their thinking, the way they have been thinking of the connection with you, has been unfair to you. They know that they have been toxic to some extent, in some way, to you when it came to how they've been treating you. And especially when it comes to the energy exchange between the two of you and uneven reciprocity. They have held back. They have held back a lot from being able to provide for you, and this has been toxic, and they know that. And it's all based, again, on their headspace, not in their heart space. Let's see what's going on with them emotionally. So we have the Seven of Swords together with the Nine of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. And let me just get one more. The Eight of Swords. So yeah, even when it comes to you, they're going through a lot of stress, okay? So definitely a lot of pain at the moment for the Divine Masculines. Are going through a very difficult time. They're feeling a lot of emotions. These emotions are coming up to the surface, and a lot of them are based in guilt, remorse, regret, that kind of an energy. They're thinking about what they have been doing concerning this devil's energy, right? What the toxic or unfair treatment towards you, right, showing up here now as the Seven of Swords, is causing them a lot of stress. It's causing them a lot of stress because they're also feeling guilty and remorse because they know that it's not right. But at the same time, right, they're feeling trapped here in two ways. They're feeling trapped when it comes to what has happened and the situation that they find themselves in now, but they're also feeling trapped with you. This is right under the Four of Pentacles, where I was saying that they're holding on to you. They've tried to get over you and they can't. And so they're still holding on. And here they are feeling that bond with you, like, you know, there's no escaping this. They cannot escape you. Some of them might be trying to, even now, in some way. But that, again, is happening to force all the shadows from within themselves to come up. So some of them, they might seem to be getting closer with the karmic partner. They might be doing things with the karmic partner that are making you think, like, you know, that's it then, right? But this is happening for those shadows to come to the surface. That is, for some of them, a way of trying to escape the connection with you, because this is also so stressful. But they're not going to be able to escape it. So it's just going to push more awareness into them. The universe is just imposing more and more awareness, because that is how they're going to clear the obstacles. Alright, so let me use a different deck to clarify here. So let's see. So let's see the Devil. The Eight of Swords and the Two of Cups. Their fear of this connection for a lot of them. some sort of insecurities, or just having a fear of the intensity of the connection, or what that would mean. What would they have to change in their own lives or in their own self, or uncover about their own self, right? When it comes to being with you. That has been a part of their distorted way of thinking. This is what, it's like, this is what they're being forced now to see. That they have had a fear of this connection all along, which was another factor that was keeping them tied to the karmic partner, keeping them thinking that it's safer over here, when actually it's not. It's only bringing them depression and unhappiness, keeping them stagnant in all ways. Let's see that Four of Pentacles. The Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this is pretty much what I said. They have tried in the past to release you, but they can't. They can't, because this connection is just so strong, right? There's that bond that just is tying the two of you together. And it's this unconditional love. Even if they haven't found a way to express that. But it's like you, the connection with you, it's like it's a connection of their own self at the same time. Again, Seven of Pentacles. This is becoming organized in their minds. They're seeing this, they're beginning to see this clearly. Why their thoughts have been so toxic in the past when it comes to you. And how it is that they have just been, they have had fear associated to this connection. Let's see the Five of Cups. Clarified by the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. They're feeling they're feeling very alone even without you. The fact that they don't have you is contributing to their feelings of loss, to their feelings of being alone, to that sadness. This is a lot of depression here. A lot of depression, pain, stress, anxiety, all of that. Let's see the Eight of Swords. The Hanging Man. Pretty much what I just said. What I already said about this card. This is them not being able to let go. Feeling like, you know what, like this is just something that is always going to be in my life. There's something that is always going to keep me attached and tied to my divine feminine. And again, with the Hanging Man, this is just, to me, this is more confirmation that they are beginning to really see that. See it from a different perspective than they were before. Coming out of that fear and seeing it for what it is. All right. So let's actually, yeah, let's see what's going on with the Femmies. Are sticking together. It's been humid here. It's been hot and humid. We're having a mini heat wave in October. so let's see. All right, so for the feminines, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the World, the High Priestess, and the Devil. So that's a lot of major arcana here. So give me a sec, guys, so I can close the door. There's people outside talking, distracting me. Okay, so for the femmies, you are really going through, for some of you, this is a very challenging time, as I said, all right, in the intro to this video. This is a mixture of having some fear, having an attachment, but also concluding that, aligning with your higher self, learning lessons, really moving through a challenge or a test that is for your own self, so that you can finally close out whatever it is that is holding you back. Things are happening, as I said, things are happening that are forcing you to really let go, close out whatever it is that has been your own false sense of comfort, so that you can find the truth within yourself and release those final feelings of fear when it comes to this journey, or when it comes to whether or not you and your divine masculine will come into union. So I feel like this is just really coming through here. Let's see what else. You're gaining knowledge here. You're becoming wiser. It's already in you. Okay, with the High Priestess, all of this is already in you. You already know. It's just a matter of really trusting in that and really releasing the old way of thinking. Stepping out of your own comfort zone. Holding on to this connection, or believing in the union of this connection, for a lot of you, you know, may have been something that brought you comfort. It was consoling, you know, and now you're being challenged to really let that go. Okay, so we have the, oh, you guys can't even see them down here, can you? All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. We've got a lot here. The Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Four of Swords, and Temperance. This is finding, oh my gosh, okay. I need to organize my own thoughts now. All right, so the Three of Pentacles together with the Queen of Pentacles. All right, this is the karmic relationship. This Six of Cups is your connection with your divine masculine. And then we have the Four of Swords and Temperance, which is all about healing. Okay, this is all, and Temperance also together with the Four of Swords. I'm seeing this as acceptance. Okay, acceptance and taking a step back taking a break, resting from this whole third party situation here. Not only the third party situation, but also the union of you and your masculine. Now, this is not negative, okay? I'm not saying this in a negative way for those of you who are going to say that. It's not negative. This does not mean that union is not going to happen between you and your divine masculine. What this is saying is that certain events, for some of you, and if this doesn't resonate, it's not your reading. That's cool. All right, but for some of you, certain events are taking place which might make it look like your masculine is pretty much staying and consolidating this connection with the karmic partner. And this is happening. This is, oh my gosh, like the cards that are coming out, it's exactly what I was talking about. This is happening so that you can release the past, release old karma as well. Okay, your own karma or your karma associated with your divine masculine. Because there is karma, okay, between divine soulmates and twin flames. So that you can heal. So that you can find that acceptance within you. That is what is ultimately going to bring you to the highest level of balance here. Once that happens, that is when the door opens, that potential, that possibility for a union to occur with your divine masculine. And for some of you it may happen, for others of you it may not happen yet. It doesn't matter. And once, like I said, once you're at that point, when you're at that point of this Four of Swords and Temperance, you won't really mind so much. It's not going to affect you negatively if it doesn't happen, and that's the whole point. It's very clear. It's nothing really new, to be honest with you guys. It's nothing new. I just feel that it's like understanding this, or actually having this element play out in your situations, in your lives, on a different level. That's all it is. It's probably nothing you didn't know before, for a lot of you, okay? Especially if you've been on this journey for a while. It's nothing new. But now you're just experiencing it on a different level. Alright, so I think that's enough for the feminines. I'm going to move your cards over to the side, actually, just to have space so we can take a look at what is coming up. Alright, so let's see what is coming up for the masculines in their karmic situations. We have the Five of Wands, the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. So coming up in the near future, there's a little bit of a conflict. I feel that this is actually going to be between the masculine and their karmic partner, that the masculines are, because they are beginning to realize that, you know what, this emotional stability that I thought I had in the past actually was not emotional stability, and now, because we have the King of Cups again, but of course without that Nine of Cups, it's like they're removing that blindfold and seeing that actually, no, I was just conflicted. I was just going against my own self, fighting with my own self, fighting with my own emotions to make myself believe that this is how I felt, that I was emotionally stable and that everything was peaceful. But actually, no, it's not. And that is going to stir up some commotion between the masculine and the karmic partner. So It's like this commotion that is going to come up is actually going to then bring like a new set of dilemmas, which they are going to have to really take a look at their options there. I feel like actually this Two of Swords in this particular case is going to be a dilemma when it comes to the karmic partner, in the sense of, you know, I thought I was going to do this with you. I thought I wanted this, or that we were heading in this direction. And now it's like, no, maybe it's not. It looks like things can go a completely different way. And there are alternate pathways here. I feel like it's more like this realization of their true emotions here and the conflict that they have been keeping themselves in is what is opening that door and making them rethink and have hesitations when it comes to staying in this connection with the karmic partner. Let's see what else, if there's anything more specific or any actions that they might take. Well, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and Justice. Wow, I'm telling you guys, they're moving forward. Look at that. This is them actually beginning to take action. They're seeing the truth here. They're seeing the truth, and this is the beginning, or not even the beginning for some of them. I mean, they've been working towards this anyway, just in different ways and going through different stages and levels. This is them putting in that effort to actually walk away from this connection and move towards justice, which for a lot of them, this is also divorce. This is them balancing out this whole situation, moving away from what is no longer serving them, or what has not been serving them for a very long time. I feel like this combination of cards is actually like the most positive ever, having the Eight of Cups and Justice here. Leaving something behind in order to move towards that justice, in order to balance things out and make things right, make decisions that are going to be in alignment with their higher self, and actually taking action on that. Okay, so this is what they are moving towards. Big time. It doesn't look like it. That's the whole thing. It doesn't look like it, but that is what they're moving towards. And it feels very complicated, yes, because their thought process and the mixture of their thoughts and emotions is very complicated. But that is what is beginning to clear up. That is what the obstacle that is being cleared away is, okay? And they're being guided through this. Let's see what is coming up. In the near future, from the masculines towards their feminines. The Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so again, this is them really, first of all, really observing you, really understanding at a different level that you are where they would want to be. This is where they want their commitment to be with you long term, okay? This is what would ultimately be that true happiness, and not just an illusion. All right, this is kind of like, I feel like whatever it was that was an illusion, or whatever it was convenient for them to think in order to feel more safe, in order to feel more comforted, that is coming into their awareness here. I really see this as them overcoming their fears when it comes to the connection with the feminine. A lot of them, I also feel, have not ever expressed the fear that they have with this connection, because it was just something very difficult either to verbalize or very difficult for them to even fully understand it themselves. So how are they actually going to say that? And even if they did understand that, it's not so easy to express that. So let's see what else. We have the World. So I'm actually seeing this here in the same row. This is them really completing that old cycle and having learned from that old cycle when it comes to how they thought about the connection with the feminine, right? And entering a new phase. So let me just get the next 3 or 4 and see. The Three of Wands. The Hermit. The Six of Cups and the Sun. Alright guys, wow, look at that. See, I'm telling you, what's going on right now is very challenging, alright? It's very difficult, it's very complicated. There's a lot going on behind the scenes and just working in the undercurrent from what you can see. But look at what is coming up in the near future here. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands and the Hermit, right? Because they have set things in motion. Like they have pushed that ignite button and things are working. That shadow work is being done. That inner child work is being done. But we have solitude, right? And here we have the Hermit. They're going to feel distant. They are going to feel a little bit distant because they're going inward as they are processing and working through all of this. But the higher purpose of that is the Six of Cups and the Sun, right? For that reunion with you. And moving towards their ultimate happiness and towards the ultimate truth, seeing the truth of this connection and of themselves. Or of seeing the truth of themselves when it comes to this connection. Just the whole package. Okay, the whole package here. So this is what they are actually moving towards. This is why certain things are happening that appear to be the exact opposite, but it's that opposite that is actually going to then like fling them in the other direction. They need to experience the one extreme in order to be pushed out of that. They have to experience that in order to come up, and that is what is happening. All right, so, and again, you know, if you are balancing yourself out and finding, you know, that state where you are consistent, where there's not so many fluctuations anymore between, okay, yeah, I'm moving forward, I'm getting over this, and then, you know, feeling really down and low vibrational about it again. Once you get to that point where you feel like you are more consistent in maintaining this balance, this won't even matter to you. You'll be watching this and you'll be like, yeah, okay, that's great. That would be nice, but you know, I don't know, and it's okay. That's what your reaction is going to be. And if that's not your reaction at the moment, that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're any further back, because this can happen even suddenly, right? You're working on it, and then bam, all of a sudden one day this is how you're going to feel. That can happen. So it's still a gradual process, but it's kind of like you see the effects very suddenly. And that's what we mean a lot of times when we say, yeah, it's a slow process, like it's gradually building up, but then when it happens fast, okay? That doesn't apply only to your masculines, it can also apply to you. All right, so, wow, I feel like there was a lot in this reading. I hope it made sense. Do let me know, please. All right, so, if it did make sense for you and if it resonated, please do give me a like, leave me a comment, let me know. It would mean a lot to me. And I do thank all of you who have been supporting me all this time. And I do notice, all right, those of you who leave me comments consistently, I do notice and I do appreciate you a lot. All right, so let's see, final message for the feminines watching this. If this resonated. All right, we have round and round and a change in the wind. So this is all about these cycles being broken. There is a change in the wind when it comes to this round and round, repeating the cycles over and over and over again. I feel like both of you and your masculines are learning the lessons. You are growing, you are progressing. Okay, and these cycles are being broken, and this is also going to bring a huge change in the situation and even in your own lives individually and personally. All right, so keep going, stay strong. I know it's difficult for a lot of you. For some of you, you might feel like, yeah, this is happening, and you're feeling like it's all okay, and that's great. Okay, good for you, that's perfect. But if you feel like you're struggling a little bit, just hang in there, okay? This is all part of the process, and it's getting you to that temperance. You are closing out your own cycles here, all right? And you're specifically the toxic ones that have been holding you back from reaching temperance and a state of healing. All right, guys, so those were your messages. Thank you so much for watching, and much love.